the new ones, they do. I was like, these bastards, they stole my idea. What's up, guys? I'm Jay.
I'm Marcus.
And we're the Brew Guys. So I'm really excited for the
Budget Beer Challenge.
That's right. I'm just really stoked.
You can throw a hashtag on it.
Hashtag it. So, to recap, we came up with hashtag Budget Beer Challenge for trying to see what kind of inexpensive good beer is out there, right? Mm-hmm. And there is some.
There's some.
There's some. Sometimes you got to work a little harder than others. We'll find out how hard we worked. We decided that we were going to go with a $1.99 price cap per 12-ounce can. So Marcus brought 16, so we'll make sure
both were
his math
under $1.99.
His math.
They were under.
So you even went under. He's good at math, so I trust him with that. I might get a little bit of garbage from mine, but we'll get to that.
I'll take garbage.
Yeah. Well, it's only because it. Well, it's only because they're not Michigan beers.
One of mine is also not Michigan.
And so
both of them probably.
Mine is non-Michigan beer, which is kind of upsetting because there is one that I do truly love that qualifies.
We'll talk about that at the end.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I would like to see. I've been excited about this for a couple weeks now, so I would love to see your first one so we can drink it. So
my first one.
Is pop it up here and
probably.
Let's see it.
It used to be considered craft beer. I don't know if it is too much anymore.
Oh.
But I still love it.
Okay.
This is what I would drink a lot before Oberon would come out.
Before Oberon.
Before I got into Oberon, this is what I would go with.
Oh, okay.
Blue Moon, Belgian White.
Yeah.
Throw an orange in that bad boy.
The Vit. Yeah, I have not had a Blue Moon in quite a while. Yeah, orange. This is a good one. Yeah, I didn't even.
It was $1.29 for a 16-ounce can.
I mean, you're not gonna go wrong there.
No.
On a single too. So if you bought a big cube of them, they're probably even cheaper.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, crack that open. Let's have a splash of it to see if we remember what it tastes like.
I remember because I bought two the day I bought this.
Did you? You already have it.
It was so good.
Haven't
and I
had
thought
one
to
in a minute.
myself, why haven't I drank this lately?
Yeah, I haven't had a Blue Moon in a minute. I mean, I'll miss the orange, but that's okay. It has, I will say though, Blue Moon has a great color.
Oh, it does.
I mean, it kind of goes with that orange.
It's got a good head. It's got a good mouthfeel.
Nice.
We're kind of mass-produced.
Totally. I wasn't expecting this. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, it smells good.
Decent smell.
You'll like this because I have a little story for this beer. This was my original J Special. This was my original lake beer.
That was your original lake beer. That's a good lake beer.
When it was hard to find Oberon.
Sure.
I would take these.
I think I don't know if where we go to the lake if they carry Blue Moon much, but this is a pitcher beer. This is a good pitcher beer, yeah, for sure. Drop a couple oranges in there. You can, that's done right. I like it. Yeah, no, very good choice. For some reason this wasn't even on my radar. Didn't even think about it. Yeah, super nice.
It's so crushable.
It is.
Oh, so good.
And there's a floralness to it. A good Belgian wit is, they're hard to beat, really. And when you do it, it's got that little bit of citrus in it. Super, not a lot of hops, obviously,
a little
but
spearminty in there.
It's got a nice,
refreshing.
Yeah, it's very good. That's one. You know what? That's a good reminder for me because that's probably something when I see it, I might go, yeah, that was good. I should try that again.
Keep it up, Blue Moon.
All right,
now it's your turn.
I guess I got to do it. This is number one. All right, this is one that I thought you and I would probably pick. We would both pick, potentially. There's only one beer that tops this, but I wanted to stay out of Michigan, believe it or not, because we do a lot of Michigan beers, we have a lot of access to it, and I wanted some things that still qualified, but maybe were a little less local, just to see. So this one's an old favorite, and it's a little bit of Ohio. The Yuengling, the traditional lager, one of my absolute favorite budget beers. I just don't think there is a lager out there that's better, to be honest with you.
It's a good choice.
I think there's some hoppier lagers, I think there's some lighter lagers, but I think this one is done properly. I don't usually go after lagers, but if I wanted to go drinking quite a bit, it would be this or one other beer, which I know you enjoy as well. So
let's drink some of it.
Yeah, this is a great. I don't know why they have
yeah.
this is a special can too. They have something with Eagle Foundation going on. For those who aren't familiar, we do not have Yingling in Michigan. So this took not a lot of effort, but it just happened to be that my wife was in Kentucky and she came back through and grabbed me a case of Yingling. Because you don't buy one when you can't get it. You buy a lot.
Oh,
so
such a good beer.
Great old golden color. I honestly think, because I think they use more Belgian candy syrup. And this is me guessing. But I think they use more Belgian candy syrup than most. So you get a little bit of a fruity ester in there. And I think that's why I like it so much. It almost has a slight Belgian taste to it.
It always hits the spot. It's always hitting the spot.
That's hard to beat.
It's so light and refreshing.
It is.
It's got flavor.
It's got flavor. It's got a decent mouthfeel. You don't feel like you're just drinking it. I could chug it, but I kind of want to savor it. A decent amount of back end. The malty back end is really what gets me, and I think that Belgian candy syrup, if they are using it in there, is really what keeps it golden for me. Yeah, I've unfortunately drank a lot of this to where I don't get a headache. There's other beers that give me a headache. Coors Light happens to be one of them for some reason.
Mine's Bud Light.
Can't drink it. It just hurts my soul a little bit. So this is a great alternative. It's around. So it's not, unfortunately, it doesn't get distributed to Michigan. Yingling, work on that for us, please. I don't know why we're waiting. We have to go across state lines to get it. Yeah. So kind of dumb, but great lager. All right.
So this needs no introduction.
Another
You're going to be shocked.
I'm going to be shocked
when I pull this off.
Right. This is going to be weird because I was expecting 2 beers out of you, and if neither of us brought either of these beers, I'm going to be completely surprised.
Neither brought it because
I don't think we
you're
did.
going to laugh.
I know that. I know what that's not. Oh my god.
I went to Indiana last week.
Yes.
And
all right, we won't crack that one. Let's drink more of that one.
And they had these 6-packs for $7.99.
I know. Best deal I've ever seen.
$7.99.
Best deal I've ever seen. Jungle Jim's. Pour us another splash.
That's hilarious.
Jungle Jim's, just outside of Cincinnati, Ohio. One of the largest grocery stores in the world, I think. They had 6-pack of those tall boys right there, the same ones, for $3.99, no deposit, one time on sale. Unbelievable.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, unbelievable. It's just a good beer. I think now this isn't one of the old. This is one of the older breweries in the country.
I think it's the oldest in America.
Do they still have the?
I think it's the oldest.
I wasn't sure if they had
the original
PBR.
amber beer made
It was
in
like
America.
PBR was like real close or some one of them, but I mean you can't mess with that. It's an amber lager, and it is. It's just great. This is
It's hilarious.
Every Bud Light, Coors Light, every regular beer drinker should be trying this to see if they want to keep going. If they wanted to start down the journey, this is a great place to start to see if this is what you want.
It was funny. I was in Indiana last week for work. Just a quick in and out. I went to a gas station because I had to stop and get something to drink on the way back home. And I saw it sitting there and I'm like, that's a perfect one.
It is.
He won't expect this. None of us have left state. But
yeah. Well, that was great. Oh, well,
that's hilarious.
I knew we both liked it. I just knew the access is sometimes an issue. Now, after we do this one, let's talk about surprises because there's 2 beers that I'm surprised are not on this table.
I already know one.
I know you know one of them. So this one's kind of interesting. Again, I had to call in a favor. It does not get distributed out here. It does just barely meet the requirement. It's not super craft, but in a certain part of this is
so does it have to have shipping included?
I didn't pay for shipping, thank God. A good friend he was going home, and he is from Wisconsin. So
it's going to be something New Glarus.
There's one brewery in Wisconsin that I happen to love, and they have a summer beer that is kind of their drinkable, crushable beer. And definitely lake beer type of thing. And I asked him, and he said, and it is, in fact, Spotted Cow from New Glarus. Now, the thing with Spotted Cow that I think is so enjoyable for the money is that it's got a rawness. It's unpasteurized, I believe, but it has a really unfiltered raw taste.
That's good stuff.
And I think it's just one of the best. I'll read this. It is cask conditioned. which is impressive for such an inexpensive beer. They keep doing it in New Glarus, and Spotted Cow is just their summer ale, and I think they just do it right. And I think this is one of the prettiest.
I've never seen them in can before.
They started doing cans a few years ago, and I was hooked. I was like, oh my god, they do them in cans. But the big thing is you get the straw color here, but it has almost an unfiltered haze to it. Now these have sat for a little bit, so it may not be all that hazy, but it's got a nice golden straw haze. But there's something about this that really works for me for the summer and the lake. I think it's a great beer. Really fruity nose to it.
It's so light and nice. Almost
So
like a
nice.
session.
Yeah, it does have a session type feel without any of the hops, really, I guess.
It's very mild.
Unbelievable mouthfeel. No like tart or funk to it.
No.
Just real smooth, crushable. Whenever I try to get a 12-pack of this for a camping trip that we do every year, and everybody's always like, "Oh my God, you have that beer!" Everybody wants it. So yeah, I do love New Glarus. I did end up hanging up one of my discs from New Glarus, a little Wisco there. So the odd point here, I didn't necessarily. I guess I did purposely go outside of Michigan, which feels a little wrong because we do have some good beers. There's a few that I can think of. Founders makes one now that's good. There's we could go. I think you can almost get all day IPA and meet the Budget Beer Challenge in the tall boys.
16-ounce cans.
Yeah,
and they're
I think they're
209.
Okay, so real close there. That's if you want to go into a session or something a little bit hopped.
Two Hearted has 15-ounce cans for $2.19.
So that is the big one that I'm surprised is not here. Because I think you can get 12-ounce for $1.99 if you buy enough of them. And we do love our Two Hearted. We have one behind us. It's just, at one point, if it's not still, it was the best rated beer
I thought you'd bring it
in
so
the country. Right. And I think I did that too. Just trying to be a little bit out of the ordinary.
What are the chances, though? We try to avoid bringing the same beer, and then we bring the same beer anyway from a different state.
And I just got lucky that I was able to bring in two things not from here. And then I will say that one of my inexpensive beer loves is PBR. And I know you like PBR as well.
Mm-hmm.
I really prefer PBR on draft if I can get it.
Yes.
You don't see it a ton sometimes, but I think it's. I think I have to be in the right mood. But I think if you're gonna crush some beers, I think that's just fine for an inexpensive beer.
PBR just knows how to do it.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, when it comes to budget beers, I think Marcus and I tend to have a simpler philosophy. If we go to the lake or if we're going to go hang out with somebody or something like that, and we're going to bring a cooler with beer in it, we're going to bring some good beer. We'll pull a couple out of the basement or go stopping if we know there's a good stop.
Well,
And then also bring some of the drinkable beers, right? Because if you're going to drink, then you're going to drink. You're not going to put away 14% alcohol all day and survive. So
it would be a short day at the lake.
Another great one that's out of state that I could do anytime is any of the 312 variants from Goose Island. Goose Island has a double dry hopped in black cans, which I don't think that qualifies as the budget beer. They have the green 312, and which is a over hopped wheat, and then they have the regular yellow 312, which great wheat beer, along the lines of the Blue Moon, except for probably not as much citrus, I would say. Also a great budget beer. Typically, for one big camping trip that I take, I go with. If I can get a hold of Spotted Cow, that'll be in there. Yingling I usually am out of or can't get a hold of, but if I would bring that. Some yellow 312 and definitely Two Hearted. Those would be my cooler choices.
If you ever catch me at a bonfire and you look in my cooler, you're probably going to see a 12-pack of PBR, probably two M43s and a Boss Tweed, or just something along those lines, like two or three nice ones that everybody try, and then...
Well, I mean, and that's at the end of the day, craft beer. If you're able to drink just the best of the best all the time, if you're just cashing in on whales all day, that's jealous. Fantastic.
Congratulations.
But when you pay $20 a 4-pack, it's a treat. It's supposed to be a treat. So if you need to have beer in between, well, you got to know where the good, inexpensive beer is at that point. here's a few good examples. I would say top 6 for us. Obviously, Yingling's going to be right there. I would say that's probably since we both brought it, that's got to be number 1. I think Blue Moon is something I forgot about. Definitely. I love Spotted Cow. Love it. Nice
if you can get your hands on any New Glarus, you've already won.
Right. Yeah, New Glarus
all their beers
is phenomenal.
Are really good. And not expensive.
No. Absolutely not expensive.
All of them. The strawberry rhubarb.
Yeah. I have, oh my god. New Glarus, and then they have an experimental section where the owner does all kinds of crazy stuff. So if you go there, unbelievable place to go too if you're ever in the Wisconsin area. This dead center of Wisconsin.
Tell you what, you can never pass up when on the side of the can right there tells you the story. It's employee owned. They care.
Husband and wife.
They care about what they're doing.
He wanted to make beer that for himself, but he really struggled. He really pushed.
Some more of it.
He pushed really hard to make beer that his wife would like. So if you look at their beer menu, you're going to see fruit beers, which makes sense because in Wisconsin they have amazing fruit. Their fruit trees are unbelievable. Their facility, they have 2 facilities. They now have the full-size facility that we've been to, and it's just, what a place. One of the most beautiful places I've ever been. But they do things right. So that's definitely going to be top on for my list if I could ever get my hands on it. But yeah, I said, top 6, definitely would throw Two Hearted in there for sure. That's got to be in the cooler. Maybe some 312 variants, like I said.
All Day IPA.
All Day is a great session. I can't...
Not a lot of people know about it, but the one from Brewery Vivant, the session with the flamingo on it.
Oh, love that one. Love that one.
So good.
That's a summer only.
What's the name of it?
That's just called Tropical Saison, I think. Yeah, they don't have like a fancy name for that one. There's also one from, and I'll forget, I think it's from Sheboygan, to give another Michigan one that's not, it may be real close. It probably doesn't qualify as budget beer, but another great summer one that I think I've got a few friends that are a little bit hooked on. 4-pack, 16 ounce. It's from Sheboygan Brewing, Blood Orange Honey.
Oh yeah, I got that. That's good.
Great beer. And not super expensive. So 4 of those, and then load the cooler with Yingling, Spotted Cow, 312, PBR, Two Hearted, and I think that's a good day.
You got a party.
Yeah, you have a good day at the lake or a good party. So, well, this was a lot of fun. I'm really excited that we got to do this. Some really cool memories and great beer. So
yeah, we got some great responses on Instagram. People throwing us some out there. So thank you.
And we'd love to hear more. If you want to throw us some more comments, if you feel we missed a couple or something, let us know. We'll throw them in there. But yeah, this was a great fun. So I appreciate you hunting and
you as well.
Yeah, cheers.